Hello, friends. Welcome to Betkraft, okay, your home of sure bet football predictions and analysis. Today is Sunday, and we have our usual Sunday Millionaires game. Today we arranged a game that is over 1,000 plus odds, okay, and we always say that we will try out these games to see how we fared in these games once in a week, okay. That being said, we also have our usual games that we look into, and we made a very much in-depth analysis on these very games and come up with the best verdict for these very encounters. Okay, yesterday we saw our games that we played yesterday. We had 6 games correctly out of 9, and today we also intensified our efforts, and we are looking for 100%. Remember that, and today we plan to get 100%, in all our predictions today. And do not joke with these games. Try out, play it out, and see how it goes. Okay, that being said, for those of us who are seeing our video for the very first time, please, I urge you to take our time to subscribe down there so you do not miss out on our subsequent, games that we dish out on this channel every single day. Okay, that being said, without much ado, we have to start the games of today. We are starting with the very first game, which is a game in Denmark, where we have Copenhagen, who will be up against Sikkerborg in the Denmark Super League. And we take a look, we could see that in the past 6 for the home side, Copenhagen, they've been able to win 3, and they've had 2 losses and 1 draw. And the away side in the past 6 have had just 1 win. They've had 2 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 6 games they've had. And when you take a look at how both sides have fared, from the home and away perspective, we'll see that Copenhagen, while playing from home, have had they've had 5 wins out of 10 home games they've had so far, and they've also had 5 losses while playing from home. And the away side, Sikkerborg, have managed 3 victories from away as well as 1 draw, and have had 6 losses while playing from away. And also, we would have noticed the fact that the last 4 games for the home side, the last 4 home games I've had, I see them, achieving 3 victories out of 4, losing 1, which was the last game they played at the home against Bromby on that occasion by 2-1. But in this very encounter, we expect the home side, Copenhagen, who is much more better at the moment and who's having a better form, to pick up the sports in this very encounter. It is a win. That's our verdict for this very game. And that takes us to the next game, also in Denmark Superliga, where we have Viborg coming up against Lyngby. Okay, in the past 6 for Viborg have managed 2 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses in the past 6 games they've played. And whereas Lyngby have had 2 draws, 3 losses, and 1 win in the past 6 games. Okay, when you bring it down to how they fared from their homes and away, respectively, we could see that the home side, Viborg, in the past 10 home games they've had so far, have been able to achieve 6 wins and as well as 4 losses in the past 10 home games I've played so far. And the away side, Lyngby, playing from away, in the past 10 away games I've had, have seen them losing out on 8 occasions, winning 2, in the past 10 away games. When you put that together, you know that the home side, Viborg, is much more fancied. Is expected to, pick up the spoils in this very encounter. Also seeing that Lyngby, last time they played out an away game was against Randers, and they lost that game by 6-0. They've been conceding a lot, especially when they're playing from away from home. So in this very game, we expect the home side, Viborg, to pick up the spoils in this very game. Home win, that's our verdict for that very encounter. And the next game that we have for you is in Nigeria, where we'll have Niger Tornadoes who will be coming up against Doma United. And as usual, we'll see that in the past 6 for the home side, Niger Tornadoes, they've had 4 wins as well as 2 losses in the past 6 games they've had. And the away side, Doma United, have managed just 1 win as well as 2 draws and 3 losses in the past 6 games they've had so far. And when you take a look at how they fared from home and away, respectively, we could say that playing from home, Niger Tornadoes have been able to achieve they've been able to achieve 6 victories while playing from home, and they've also had 2 draws and they had 2 losses while playing from home. And Doma United, on the other hand, playing from away, in the past 10 away games I've had so far, they've been able to manage just 1 win, and they've had 8 losses and 1 draw while playing from away. You know that Nigerian league is known for home victories. And in this very encounter, there's no exception. Also, noting the fact that neither Tornadoes in the past, in the last home games they have played, in the last 3 home games they have played, I've seen them winning out all 3. And also, we saw their last game against Gobe United. They're playing at 5 goals to 0 against Gobe United while playing from this homes from their home turf. So in this very encounter, we expect the home side, not just Tornadoes, to pick up the sports in this very game. It is a win. That's our verdict for that very encounter. And that takes us to the next game. And the next game happen to be in Serbia, where we'll have Serbia Priva Liga, where we'll have Metalak GM coming up against Radniki. Okay, in the past 6 games for the home side, they've had 4 wins as well as 2 losses. And the away side have had 1 win, 5 losses in the past 6 games they've had so far. And when you take a look at how they fared from home and away, respectively, we could say that the home side in the past 10 have won 4 games. Also, what they've noticed the fact that their last 3 home games have seen them, winning all 3, and they've also had 4 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 10 home games they've had so far. Okay, and the away side playing from away, Radniki have managed just 1 win and 1 draw, and as well as 8 losses while playing from away. And in this very encounter, we know that the home side, Metallic, who has been doing so well, especially seeing that in the last 3 home games, they have seen them, being victorious. So we expect the home side, Metallic, to pick up the sports in this very encounter. Home win, that's our verdict. And that takes us to the next game. And the next game happened to be in Turkey, where we have Galatasaray, who will be coming up against Betkraft. And we know that Galatasaray has been doing so well. They have been Fenerbahce. They have been on neck to neck this season. It's actually a very interesting situation in Turkey, seeing that both teams are quite very close to each other in terms of performance. And also looking at how both sides have fared in the past season, you could see that Galatasaray in the past season have won 5 and they've had 1 loss. And the away side in the past season have had just 1 win and they've had 4 losses and 1 draw in the past 6 games they've had so far. And when you take a look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you could see that the home side in the past 10 home games I've had so far have seen them, winning 9 out of 10, losing just 1, which came against Fatih Karagümrük on that occasion. And the away side, Pendikspor, in the past 10 away games, have lost 6 games, in the past 10 away games, and as well as 4 draws in the past 10 away games. They have not been able to win any match from away, and we can see that the home side is a very, very strong side, and they're expected to pick up the spoils in this very game. It is home win. That's our verdict for that very encounter. And that takes us to the next game, and the next game happened to be in Iceland, where we have a Viking Reykjavik coming up against a Breda Blake, and we could see that the home side in the past 6 games have had 4 wins as well as 2 draws, and the away side have had 5 wins as well as 1 draw in the past 6 games they've fared so far. And when you take a look at how both sides have fared from home and away, you could say that the home side in the past 10 games have managed 6 wins as well as 4 draws in the past 10 home games they've had so far, and the away side have had 3 wins as well as 6 losses and 1 draw in the past 10 away games. And one thing that is very peculiar to Iceland League is that in all their games, almost all the past games they've played so far have always produced a lot of goals. We can see that over 2.5 for the home side. They've had over 2.5 7 times out of 8 in the past home games, and the away side have had over 2.5 8 times out of 10. So in this very encounter, we expect at least 3 goals in this very encounter. Over 2.5, that's our verdict for that very game. And that takes us to the next game. And the next game is also in Iceland League, where we have, Akranes coming up against Falkir in Iceland League. And we see that in the past 6 for the home side, they have had 2 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses. And the away side have had 2 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses. And when you take a look at how both sides have fared from the home side, you could say that the home side in the past 10 have had 7 victories. They have had 2 draws as well as 1 loss in the past 10 games they've played from home. And the away side playing from away also have done have been able to manage 3 wins. They have had 5 losses and 2 draws while playing from away. And what you note is the fact that also these are two teams that score a lot of goals. You see that in the past 10 games for the home side have produced over 2.5 on 7 occasions as well, and the away side also playing from away in the past 10 have produced 7 over 2.5 also. So in this very game, we expect at least 3 goals in this very encounter. It is over 2.5. That's our value for this very encounter, and that takes us to the next game. And the next game happen to be in Austria, where we have Last Link, who will be coming up against Hartberg in Austria League. In the past 6 for the home side, Last Link have won 3 and have had 2 losses and 1 draw. And the away side have been able to manage 1 win in the past 6. They have as well had 3 losses and 2 draws in the past 6 games they've played. And when you take a look at how both sides have played from home and away perspective, we could see that the home side in the past 10 have been able to manage 4 wins and have had 5 losses and 1 draw. And away side playing from away have been able to manage 2 wins as well as had 3 draws as well as 5 losses while playing from away. And in this very encounter, we could as well see that the home side in the past 3 home games I've had have seen them winning those games in a row, winning the 3 in a row. So that just goes to show that they're doing very well at home. And also, mind you, the ones that was lost were friendly games and a mix of friendly games and some of the cup games in Austria. So it is, when it comes to the league game, we know that Last Link are doing very well. Seeing also that they also defeated Salzburg in the last home game by 3 goals to nil. So we expect them to rise to the occasion in this very encounter. The home side, Last Link, to win outright in this very game. That's our verdict, and that takes us to the next game. And the next game is in Argentina Primera C, where we have General La Madrid, who will be coming up against Mercedes. And in the past 6 for the home side, they have been able to achieve 4 wins and they've had 2 losses also. And the away side, Mercedes have managed 2 wins. They have managed 1 win, 2 draws, and 3 losses while playing from away. And when you take a look at how both sides have fared from home and away, respectively, because we'll say that the home side, General La Madrid, have been able to win 6 games playing from home, as well as had 2 draws and 2 losses while playing from home. And the away side, Mercedes, have been able to manage 2 wins while playing from away, as well as 4 losses while playing from away. 2 wins, 4 losses, and also 4 draws while playing from away. Okay, and when you put all that together, we know that the home side, General Madrid, is expected to win this very encounter. Also, what of note is the fact that the last away game that Mercedes played saw them losing out against El Porvenir by 4 goals to nil. That goes to show that Mercedes are not doing very well from away, and we expect General La Madrid to pick up the spoils in this very occasion. Come win. That's our verdict for that very game. And that takes us to the very last game of the day, and that game happened to be in Norway, in Swedish second division, where we have Oddsvoid coming up against G-Fuel. Okay, in the past 6 for Oddsvoid, they have been able to manage 1 win. They have had 2 draws as well as 3 losses, and the away side, G-Fuel, have managed 2 draws as well as 4 losses also in the past 6 games they've had. And when you take a look at how both sides have fared from home and away respectively, we could say that for the home side, Oddsvoid, in the past 10 home games they've played, they've been able to manage 8 wins and 2 draws. They have not lost a match while playing from home. And the away side, Jeffrey, have managed 1 win while playing from away. They have not been able to win any match, and they have lost whooping 6 games as well as 4 draws while playing from away. So in this very encounter, when you put all that together, we know that the home side is much more fancied, to take the spoils in this very game. It is a win. That's our verdict for that very encounter. And that concludes our predictions and tips for you on Betkraft today. And it's time for Sunday Millionaires game. And it will be displayed on the screen. Okay, and also the booking code will also be displayed on the screen. All right. I wish you the very best of luck, and remember to play responsibly. Do not put all your fortune in the bet expecting to win. It is a football game. Anything can happen. Anything can change the course of the game. Bear that in mind. Play safe and win. Tomorrow is another day, and we're going to come up here with a lot of games. But until then, keep winning.